is a girl. Okay?
Wow, that's a clip from a magic moment that took place in a good friend of mine's life that was documented on one of the most polarizing shows television has ever seen.
Yes.
On VH1.
Critically acclaimed, baby.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah. Tomato. On VH1, we all know and love it. It's called Love and Hip Hop.
Yeah, man.
Comes on Mondays at 8 p.m. on VH1, and I got my good friend here, and who's probably has become one of the most
hated, you could say,
most hated characters to ever grace the screen on that show, but one of the most alluring characters as well to ever grace the screen on that show, because let's be quite honest, people watch that show to view his life. It's the one, the only Peter Gunz is here, man.
I appreciate that setup,
Peter.
Sway.
Nah,
hey, everybody, how y'all doing?
What up, though?
It's been a while since you've been here. Last time you were here was the beginning of last season, and when you revealed to the world that, at that time, you weren't married, right?
No, I wasn't married.
You weren't married, and you were in a relationship with Tara, who's the mother of 2 of your kids.
Right.
2 out of 8.
Yeah, baby.
Okay, and you've been with her for 13 years. And then Amina came and had been in the picture as well, who's a singer for the group Black Butterfly, and you and her were having a relationship at the same time.
Right.
I don't think people have ever really witnessed had such access to so much turmoil in a person's life, and you shared all that with us then, and you've since become this character that people love to hate, and you and I sat down and discussed season 2.
Right.
Like, Pete, how long are you going to let this last? I mean, you putting this energy out there, and people think that you're this low-life character, and you becoming victimized of the edit room as well. What are you going to do in season 2? And your words to me were, well, yeah, I'm going to do a season 2, Sway, because in season 2, they're going to allow me to redeem myself. And if I don't do season 2, I won't be able to dig myself out of the hole that season 1 put me in.
Right.
So now it's season 2, and the hole has gotten even deeper. Right? So
yes.
Since you married Amina.
Yeah, I did.
And you married Amina without Tara's knowledge.
Very true.
And that was revealed in season 1. Right. Amina got pregnant, and you guys 6 months ago had a beautiful baby.
Little girl.
A little girl.
Little Corey.
And so let me ask you some questions, man.
Let's go.
I'm watching this show, and I only watch it because I can't believe I see you going through this shit, right? And one of, man, the other day, me and Rich Nice was sitting on the couch, and I sent you that text.
Yeah.
And I said, man, you fucking up the game right now. Because you're revealing so much stuff, man. There are dudes right now that hate you because, it was one scene where you were lying to Amina that you were going to a photo shoot or on the island, and meanwhile you had Tara on the island.
And the kids, yeah, that's true.
And the kids on the island. Man, how do you live with yourself every morning, like knowing that you're being shown as this person who deceives women that he loves, who have children by you? How do you rationalize that?
Well, it's not like I'm on, some people it's 2 things that come my way all the time, swaying that. Some people say you on the TV selling your soul or selling out or whatever you might call it. How do you come back from that?
Yeah.
I get that all the time. And my answer is, if I put on like blackface and start tap dancing, that's selling my soul. What I'm really giving you is what's going on in my life. Maybe I can't explain it. Maybe it takes for me to look at it, or maybe it takes for people to see it. But I fell in love with Amina while I was with Tara. Me and Tara weren't in the best place at the time, and I'm thinking it's like the end. So, but Amina thinks I'm playing games, so I married her and told her, wait, just hold on. Then when I see that Tara really wasn't over it, and she was just giving me my space, and she wasn't, I felt bad. And one of the things I wanted to do was take her and the kids away. I wasn't able to do that. Financially, I've been in a hole. And once I made some money, I wanted to take them away. And I also wanted to give Tara the opportunity to say, listen, you know, I felt bad for what I did. Maybe I should go back and try to fix this instead of jumping out the window and doing it. I was just trying to, it's crazy as it might sound. I felt like I did her so wrong that, you know, so people say, well, how's Amina pregnant? Don't you regret going to Barbados? It's hard because I seen my sons in the sand playing in the water, never been anywhere. So it's like a double-edged sword. I know it's bad, but, you know, but again, when people say, how do you come back from that? And I want to say, come back to what? A one-hit wonder, deadbeat dad, you know what I mean? I'm able to provide for my children, my family. I'm able to, you know, do things. It's not the light that I ever want to be remembered by. You know, anybody that really knows me and knows how I am knows that's just one side of me. You know what I mean? It's no excuses for it, but I'm better than that.
There's a lot of juggling going on though, Pete. Like it's you know, I know you're doing it for your family, but the television is such a tricky, wicked.
Well, I can't all the way blame it. It's my life, so I can't all the way blame it.
Yeah, but at what point do you clean up your life and then consider, like, you know, you from the Bronx, the young dudes in the Bronx, or, you know, young men, especially men of color around there, like it's the way they see it is this lifestyle that's being perpetuated. It's okay because, hell, man, I'm getting money. You know, I'm becoming famous, so that justifies why I'm gonna continue to create this turmoil amongst my women, but also now because I saw a scene like your boys are in it, your kids are in it,
right? You
know, now the kids are brought into
it's real, but that's the kids are there. It's real. Like I could fake it, you know what I mean, but the kids are a part of it. The other thing is, man, if you got to worry about people mimicking everything that's, you know, if I got to say, you know what, I'm setting a bad example, which I am, but I try to say, you know, don't follow my footsteps, you know, but I can't really worry about people saying, yo, I look up to Peter Gunz, I want to be like Peter Gunz. You gotta know that you could do better than that and be better than that. I'm just giving you, maybe I could be the example for how not to be with women. You know what I mean? I don't know. I don't know how it comes out, but what I do know is that this is my life. And I can't speak for everybody else on the show or any of the shows, but what you see with me is authentic. That's what it is, and it's right or wrong. It's the truth, and you know, hey, at some point, you know, I just got to do better, and I will.
There's you said that last time. All right,
I know that too.
There's a scene, if you haven't watched Love and Hip Hop, where Peter takes Tara, the mother of his two sons, away on a vacation.
Yeah.
But he lies to his wife, who's pregnant, and at any given moment can be having his next child. And this is what he said to her.
They want to make me the face of this new energy drink out of Trinidad. And they got some money, but they want me to fly out there.
Okay, I thought you wasn't going to do that.
I didn't say I wasn't going to do it. You said I wasn't.
You said you're not going to do it because the baby could come at any moment.
I have a feeling that if you're due on...
You can't know.
I've been down this road 8 times.
But with me, it's a different situation. They're telling me that she might come early. I cannot believe Peter would even think about leaving me at 9 months pregnant to take a gig.
I know I'm lying to Amina about this business trip, but I gotta take this trip with Tara and the boys before Amina has this baby. Because afterwards, there'll be no time for me to figure out how I should move forward.
Hey, man, that right there, man, that's the one that rattled me. Like, oh, damn, Pete, oh, shit. You lying to this woman, she's about to have your child, so you could go try to, you know, win this other woman over.
Well, you know, first, you know, I hate to shout this out because I didn't get paid for it. The energy drink thing was real. Let's start there. It was an energy drink out in Barbados called Fireball. They did want me to do the campaign. It just fell through. That whole thing was true. But, you know, to get back to it, yeah. It's just the time that the trip fell. And it's something that I wanted to do before the baby got here. Something that I wanted to do. I should have did it earlier. Again, it's wrong. I regret it. You know what I mean? But it's hard for me to regret it. You know, I watched my boys had a good time. We had a beautiful time. You know, it's not just what you saw on the TV. It's besides the cameras being there. We had a good time. So, you know, I'm torn. It was wrong. But at the same time, I did something for my kids that I wanted to do, and, you know, gave Tara the opportunity to shoot me down like that. She deserved that. She deserved to say, nope, get the fuck out of here. I'm not doing it. You know what I mean?
But that's not why you did it. Like, you actually sat down with Tara at a dining room table.
Yeah.
By the way, it was a beautiful bungalow. I don't know where y'all were. And you expressed that you wanted to get back together with Tara.
Yeah.
And honestly, if there's anything, you know, I never believe what I see on TV. I know it's the edit room floor and all that, but Tara gave a testimony that was probably the realest thing I ever heard on any of these love and hip hop shows.
Make her your wife even before me!
Whew, yikes.
Man.
Okay, I just gotta. What you gonna say, Sway?
I mean, I want to get your response to that up next. We're gonna come back.
Okay.
Let's take a second. I don't want to just keep stepping on his neck.
Step,
But
baby, you
I
my man.
might as well step on it, right?
Step on it, baby.
Okay. Peter Gunz is here. 888-742-3345. 51 minutes into the hour. We got Peter Gunz here, man. We just played a clip from Tara, your son's mother. You set up a trip to Barbados, was it?
Barbados, yes.
Okay. And you lied to your wife, said it was something that it wasn't.
Right.
And your idea was, I'm going to plead my case to this woman, and let's see what could happen. It says it on the show. Hopefully I can get her back.
Yeah.
You know, but you're married.
Yeah.
How does a man do that? Like when you get married, you take vows, right? I've never been married.
Right.
You know, and I know you don't. That's just you're an atheist. We talked about this, so
Yeah, we could touch on that.
The God vow probably doesn't mean nothing, but it's the commitment vow.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We can talk about it.
I just, you know, at what point as a man do you the tomfoolery stops?
I don't know if that's tomfoolery. You know what I mean? It's a very confused individual. I don't believe it's tomfoolery. And I can see everybody else feeling that way. I don't feel that way. I feel like I fell in love with 2 women, and I did the mother of my sons extremely dirty. She didn't deserve for me to go and get married behind her back without stepping out the right way. And maybe in my crazy ass mind, giving her the opportunity because she was having a hard time with it. You know what I mean? And I felt like maybe a way I could make it up to her is to give her is this what you want? You want me to dead that and come back? Would that make you feel better? Would that, because I'm watching her have a very hard time with that. You know what I mean? So, you know, it may be in my own little world that, you know, and I don't think it's normal by no means.
Yeah.
But maybe in my own little world, I'm thinking I'm doing something right towards my kid's mother, and everybody else was, well, you know, because you never know if I did that for when I married Amina, everybody, how could you do that to her? Or if I go to Barbados and say, Tara, you know, I'm going to give you opportunity. How could you do that to your wife? So, you know, it's just no matter what you do, you can't do the right thing. But I really, really felt like I did Tara so wrong, man, that it was just maybe if I, you know, maybe if I gave her, you know, who knows? But I don't think Tara would ever get over it.
Now, Peter, we saw what unfolded when Tara pretty much rejected, you know, your idea of uniting again. So what would have happened if she accepted it?
You know, that's a hard question to answer because, you know, truth of the matter is I really don't think Tara would ever get over what I did. So in my mind, if she, you know, it's easy to say, let's work it out. But doing that is a whole different, you know, that's you open up a whole new can of worms. Because then I'm gonna have to accept whatever she does. I'm gonna have to eat that. I'm gonna have to eat her just like I can't believe you did that for the rest of my life, looking at me, you know, like, so I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know, but I just know that I felt like she deserved the opportunity for me to at least, you know, say that. If she wasn't living like she was over it. If she had been living like she was over it, I never would have even, that wouldn't even been a thought in my head to give her that opportunity to say, let's work it out. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So if you still showing me that you love,
you even said that the fact that she agreed to go to the island made you feel
like,
with
so
the kids.
like, what do you want to do?
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I know it's crazy. I know people think this dude is crazy.
Because I'm thinking, and you know what? I'm just keeping it 100 with
No,
you as
your
always.
family, go.
I never watched the show. I'm just going by what you're saying right here to swaying us. Like you, by your own admission, you saying it's not tomfoolery. It's just confusion.
Yeah.
So then, as a man, why keep inviting people into your confusion? Like, just fall back. Because if Tyra would go, well, or your wife, or pregnant, go, well, I fell in love with, how would you feel? You know, like you just.
Let me ask you this. And you saying as a man,
Yeah.
as a woman, when you say I'm not fucking with him, he's bugged out.
But
he
you
did
say-
this. You know what I'm
right,
saying? So
yeah.
I don't have no gun to nobody's head. Let's be clear.
Right.
You know what I mean? The same show y'all watching, they watching.
Yeah, but you're saying if the trip was for the kids, right? And it's for the kids, then what about offering her a second chance? That's the part I'm talking about. Not about maybe she wanted to go for the kids too, but I'm saying for your part, why ask her if she wants to be back with you?
Because again, if she is acting like she's not over it, and how could you have done that to me? How could you put this woman so far over me? Well, here's the deal. We could change that position because you're right. You know what I mean? Is this what you want? Like, just let me know. You know, and also the feeling of abandoning my sons just didn't sit right with me. You know, I felt like I abandoned, my sons by doing that. It's a weird thing. You know, after me and Amina got married, she went her way and I went my way.
Okay.
We didn't go on a honeymoon. We didn't do nothing. It was like, y'all see you later.
Is this the first time you've been in love with two women?
Yeah.
Okay. I was gonna suggest.
And
polygamy.
I am in love with two women. It's not a lie. I'm willing to take a lie detector test. It's not a lie, and for different reasons. You got, it's for totally different reasons.
Okay, look, we're gonna do a lie detector test next time you come up.
I'm with it, baby.
All right, and save that for us. All right, here's the thing, though. You say it's not like you holding a gun to anybody's head, but you're disregarding the emotion that's involved with
I have
this.
emotions too.
Okay, the spirit. I know. So if you two wrongs don't make a right. So if Tara was to say yeah, then you're doing the same thing to Amina.
Exactly.
That you did to Tara.
Exactly.
How do you rectify that? Like
I don't know.
I mean,
to be honest with you, this is what I would tell you.
Yeah.
If I feel like either one of them, I would be doing them a favor if they both left me, or even one left me. I'd have been doing Amina a favor in a way. Like, who want to be in this confusion? Who want to be with somebody that's just torn? But I can't help it, B. You know what I mean? I could sit here and give you a million excuses. I can't help it. I love them both for different reasons. And just like y'all watching the show, I feel bad that Amina got treated like that, or I feel bad that Tara had to see me, Amina pull out a license and say that's my husband. So it's like, it's like trying to catch your tail. You're trying to make up.
Right.
But,
Right. It's
it's hard, man. I wouldn't wish this on nobody.
this the first time you've been married too?
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay, now here's the confusing part about it. Here's where the confusion comes in.
Okay.
For me, because I saw a scene with you in the hospital with Amina after Tara rejected you. You telling Amina, hey, I just got back from the trip. I'm here. I love you. I've been thinking about it. There's no more me and Tara. It's going to be all about you. And I saw Amina cry like, yo, you didn't pick me. I'm your
Fallback plan.
Yeah, I'm your fallback plan. You only here because Tara rejected you. And, man, that was probably the lowest point I've seen in the show.
Well, that's a hard one.
Because she's on a hospital bed about to give birth.
Yeah.
And you share this information with her, like, and then,
Well, that's again, Sway. That's all you seeing is her laying there about to give birth. They're not showing you the intro to the conversation of her asking. There's always more to it than you see on TV. So what you're not seeing is her asking me a billion questions. All you got is me telling her what I did.
Yeah.
There's a long list of, come on, tell me the truth. Where were you? You're not, So it's a her pulling. Now, truth of the matter is this right here. Somebody has to bow out. I ain't doing it. Amina ain't doing it. Tara ain't doing it. So we stuck in this little Tara was the one that bowed out. So I was just trying to tell her, look, man, people think, you could say, oh, Peter's trying to act like he picked Amina. That's not how that went. It was, and I tell her that, and I don't know if you really watch, and I say it all the time, somebody had to bow out, and it was Tara. She was the strong one to bow out. Nobody bowed out. You know what I mean? Yeah. I didn't. And Amina didn't, and Tara didn't, so we were stuck in this little cycle.
I saw a scene of the baby shower.
Right.
Did you not show up to your own kid's baby shower, Pete?
See,
it's stuff like that, man, it just makes you look like the lowest guy on the planet.
Well, that's when I get mad, Sway, because, I'm already, I don't need no help from the show being an asshole or being somebody that people hate. So when they give me help,
yeah, that's
when it disturbs me. I'm not going to eat that. I was at the baby shower. Rubbing cake on her stomach, playing with her, kissing her. I can show you pictures. That
Show me pictures.
I won't eat. I'll show you
Because
pictures.
they made it seem like you weren't there.
Nah.
Everybody in the world think you didn't show up to your own kid's baby shower.
Nah. Now see, what you see from me is authentic. But when they edit me totally out of my baby shower, I'm not eating that. That I'm not gonna eat. I was there, and I was there with supporting Amina in the baby shower. That's when I was a little disappointed, because it's almost like how do you
These are pictures of the baby shower right here.
Yeah, how do you edit me all the way out of a 3-minute scene?
So with everything that's going on, will you do the show again? Like with the constant you being edited out, you'll still do the show again?
Yeah, I'm going on. I'm definitely gonna probably come on another season.
It's another picture with different people.
You know what I do gotta commend you for?
But that wasn't edited. What they did was what happened with that was they lost me in that scene, and I'm already fucked up. I don't need no help. Don't help me out. I'm already, what you see from me is 100% authentic on the show. Don't help me out. It don't take me to disappear on my baby shower for it doesn't help me. People not like me. They ain't gonna like me anyway, but don't do that. You know what I mean?
You have some really powerful sperm. It's always connecting with the eggs. Do you want to have more children?
No.
Okay.
No more children. No, I'm 4 past the.
Well, how many you got now? 20? How many? 29? No, I'm just joking. Peter Gunz is here. Okay, now look. There's a twist to this whole story that I know about that I'm going to reveal.
Okay.
All right. Something I witnessed with my own eyes that involves Peter, that involves Tara, that involves Amina, that's going to confuse the hell out of you and maybe give you some more insight on what's going on between them. But first, I asked you about Corey Gunz.
Yeah.
Corey is out free, right?
Yeah, he's on probation. He ain't free. He got a felony. He's on probation. I try to tell young dudes out there, I got a thing, not to cut you off, swear, I got a program in the Bronx I'm doing called Guns Against Guns. I'm getting guns off the street because I'm more telling kids about the it's not about what a gun could do to you. We know that.
Yeah.
These laws are set up for us to go to jail. So I'm just telling them it's 3 to 9. First offense, nothing to talk about. Carrying a gun, you're more likely to get killed by a gun than to kill somebody carrying a gun. 20% to 30% chance you're going to get cut on Rikers Island. More cases of HIV on Rikers Island than the whole New York City. You never come out the same. So I go around and tell this to the kids because to me, they really don't know the consequences. And I also know that you don't trust these police, so you don't want to hand your gun into the police. So I don't care if you dismantle it and throw it in the sewer or throw it in the river, just get it out your person because you're going to jail. You're going to get killed. It's not a happy ending. And I'm a felon. And I was 23 years old when I got caught with a gun, and now I was a felon for the rest of my life. I'm going to be a violent felon for the rest of my life for 1 gun charge. And so I go around and try to tell kids to get that. Corey, I was disappointed in Corey because I always would preach that to Corey all the time. So I didn't feel like when I would talk to Corey's friends about guns, I wasn't even talking to Corey because I felt like he knew better.
Yeah.
So when he got caught, it was heartbreaking to go in the cell, and I talked to you about it, and so I feel like, I feel bad that it took my son to get locked up for me to go out and do this. That's on Love and Hip Hop, by the way. You'll see that. So it's some good to me. But I'm just tired of seeing young black men, Puerto Rican men, in prison for dumb shit, man. And I got to do something about that. But Corey, fortunately for Corey, he got probation, which they don't hand out no more. But due to the things that we doing out here with the Guns Against Guns campaign and a few friends and a couple dollars, he got probation, and he's doing the right thing now. No giving information out or as I say, snitching or nothing. Nah, that's not in our DNA.
Okay. Corey, we know is with Young Money, Cash Money. They're going through their feud right now. What is Corey going to do? Is he going to stay with Wayne? Does he have other options? We haven't heard nothing from him.
Well, Corey, of course, there's always other options on the table. People want to come in but Corey's riding with Wayne and them because, Wayne told him to wait. Mac Main and them told Corey to just wait, just bear with us, and that's what he does. And I got to give it to I don't know what's going on over there, But we never asked them for nothing that they didn't do. Nothing. They are an intricate part of Corey being out of jail right now.
Really?
They played a big
Wayne and McMahon.
Wayne, you know, I just say YMCMB. I don't know. I don't want to just give one person the credit.
Yeah.
But it took some bread to keep Corey out in these streets, and they didn't even blink.
They didn't even blink.
Nah, and when Corey's money run low, you make a phone call, the Y is there.
So if Wayne leaves Baby, if they sever their ties, Corey's going to roll with Wayne.
Well, and I would think that would be the right thing to happen. But, you know, to be honest with you, I don't know what's in that paperwork. You know, we signed the Young Money, and Young Money signed the Cash Money, so I don't know what's in the paperwork. And to be honest with you, Sway, I have no idea what's going on with them. Peter
Gunz is here. I'm going to open up the phone lines, let people talk to you. We got a brand new song by Corey Gunz. It's called Kick in the Door, and we're going to find out more about what I witnessed that's going to confuse this entire story. That's next. Here's the thing. We've heard you express, we've watched you hurt women on national TV numerous amounts of times.
That's love. That's love. It's not hurt.
Nah, these women are crying, man. These women are crying hard. They screaming at you. You know, I've seen Amina cry, man, and it hurts my heart.
She's crying because she loves me.
Tara's crying, but she's crying. They're crying because they're in pain, because they love you, and they know you love someone else. Have you ever sought therapy for this?
Have I ever
like talked with therapists?
Yes,
you have. So by yourself or with your wife? Or?
With Amina. Amina and I went to a therapist.
And what was the result of that? Like, or is it an ongoing thing?
I wasn't really, I don't want to shoot the therapist down. I wasn't really happy with the person I was talking to. I didn't feel like they could really relate to the situation. You know what I mean? I would much rather talk to somebody who's been in the situation before. Yeah. Or, that's more familiar with something as crazy as this might sound, something like what I'm going through. So I felt like that person was more interested in what I had to say and was like, wow, I felt like I was a therapist in a way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it doesn't take therapy for me to know it's wrong. The right thing to do, I know what the right thing to do is.
What is it? I mean? What in your mind, what is the right thing to do?
The right thing to do is to back up and can either choose a side and say, this is what I'm going to do, and I'm going to be here for this one, but I'm going to do this, or to just work on myself and come back to whatever's there. If nothing's there, but I have to work on myself before I could go and try to work out a relationship with anyone with any of them. The trust is going out the window, so nobody really is going to be happy with me anyway. They don't trust me.
You got 8 kids?
8.
How do you pay for 8 kids?
I take care of them, man. I don't wear jewelry. I don't pop bottles. I don't buy cars. I drive an old car. I take care of my kids. That's why I never ever seen the inside of a child support. I don't believe in that. I believe, here's my bank information. Everything's an open book. This is what I have, and they satisfied with that. They know that he's doing his best, and I've always done that. I never understood somebody not taking care of their kid the best of their ability. I never understood that.
I commend you for you are committed to your kids.
Absolutely.
And,
they innocent. You know what I mean? And look, man, as I could be, I always try to say, well, at least he's a good guy, he's a good father, but I don't agree with that either, because if you're not good to their mom, then you're not a good dad. But providing for your kids is not even an option. You have to do that.
Have your kids, any of your kids come to you and said, Daddy, man, they're teasing me at school?
No. Oh, I'm lying. My daughter out in New Orleans had a hard time at school. Kennedy was, a little upset. But it's the flip side. You'll Sway, man, I'll tell you. The people look at social media, they look at the show, and they think, oh, my God, he's so hated. Walk with me in a mall. Walk with me down the street. Walk with me into a high school or a school. They go crazy. You know what I mean? They want pictures. So when I went to New Orleans to see my daughter and I took her to the mall, her whole view of me changed. Of course, she don't like what I'm doing to Amina. Yeah. It's embarrassing. And she so of course that. But at the same time, it's like, wow, maybe he ain't, because people, you got to remember, it's a television show.
Yeah.
So in some people's minds, you know, only my friends like yourself know, damn, no, that's real. But in a lot of people's minds, that's just TV. He's just a TV star.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But, you know, that's another thing I never touched on. Although I have millions drawn in to watch the show, I feel like I'm a big part of why they watch the show, not to like brag about that. It doesn't benefit me in appearances and endorsements like everyone else.
Yeah.
You know, you might see Amina and these different people get booked all over the place. The promoters are under the impression that women hate me so much that they don't even want to book me. You know what I mean?
Wow, that's crazy.
So it's a crazy thing. So that's why when you asking, you know, when I ask for a phenomenal amount of money to do the show, it's because I'm not earning outside the show.
Now, here's the twist. Now, if you watch the show, you see Amina crying and yelling at Peter. You see Tara crying and yelling at Peter. And it's just every week it's some kind of drama, man, that stresses me the hell out. I remember bumping into Tara at a restaurant, and we were talking. And I felt weird talking with her, awkward because of shit I've seen on the show. Like,
Right.
and Tara is both these women are beautiful women. You know, and Tara is a very intelligent woman.
Yeah.
Amina is a very intelligent and talented woman as well. She got a new project dropping tomorrow.
Yeah.
Right.
It's hot.
and
Black
so-
Butterfly.
Black Butterfly. And last night, Peter hit me and said, come down to Village Underground for this performance. And Amina's going to be performing. Can you come down and support?
Yeah.
So, sure enough, I'm like, you know what? I ain't seen a homie in a minute. I like Amina. Let me go down there and support. I went to Village Underground. Rich Nice met up with us. We're
Yes.
sitting there. We're having great conversation. Tony
Yes.
Minaj is there.
Yes.
Your nephew who plays for Manhattan College is
Yeah.
there.
Ashton.
Your brother's there, and we're having this great conversation. Peter introduces Amina on stage. She gets to performing. Peter's watching on the sideline, and all of a sudden, Tara walks in.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, shit. It's about to go down now. Did Peter trap me into a Love and Hip Hop episode? Man, don't do that. I don't do that. And I saw her walking towards Peter, and I wanted to warn him, yo, Pete, Tara's behind you. Tara tap him, hug him, embrace him. They kiss. They smile. They say a word. Pete points at me. Tara comes to me. We hug. We kiss. She says hi to Rich. She's in good spirits.
Yeah.
She sits down and enjoys the show
I told you, man. It's love.
and supports Amina. Well, Pete is shouting Tara out on the song Down. Tara is down, and the crowd is yelling, Tara celebrating.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm confused
Yeah.
because that doesn't represent what I see on the show necessarily. And then you told me, can I say this one?
Go ahead.
Then you told me, yeah, Sway, we were at Tara's house last night because I was watching the kids, and Amina and I were watching Love and Hip Hop at Tara's house.
Wow.
Yeah.
So
Man, what's going on?
Well, first, shout out to Tara. Tara's grace.
Yeah.
Tara's graceful, man. You know, listen, this is the thing. I'm daddy daycare. Everybody knows that.
Yeah.
I'm always keeping the kids. If Tara got something to do, Amina got something to do, whatever, I'm keeping the kids. So it was at first it was a point where they weren't letting the kids see each other, or you ain't mixing, you ain't bringing that. So it would get confusing because if you want me to keep the baby and she need me to keep the baby, then I gotta keep them together. I'm not gonna not keep the baby just because I got these kids with me.
Yeah.
So I had to keep the baby for Amina to do a rehearsal with her sister. So I said, if I gotta keep the baby, she gotta come with me to Tara's house. I gotta watch my son. And she said, no problem. So I took the baby to Tara's house. When she finished rehearsal, she came to Tara's house to get the baby. So she was like, she was outside. I said, come on up. She came up. Tara had a appearance. So Amina got comfortable. Was like, yo, could I order some food? I'm kind of hungry before I leave. We got a long drive home.
Oh, Tara don't know about this.
So I said, yeah, no, it's no problem. So I text Tara and say, yo, Amina's here. I think she's going to chill for a bit. So and Tara's like, well, I'm jumping in a Uber. I'll be there soon. And Tara came in, and it was
Y'all hung
they
out?
just clicked. So then Amina said, yeah, for a little bit, watch the show, and then Amina invited Tara to her show, and Tara showed up. So it was, you caught a moment. I didn't even think Tara was gonna come, but You know, listen, man, it's maturity. Tara's very graceful. And again, they should never be mad at each other. I'm the lying, cheating, conniving. It should be in shock that I was there, not that Tara was there. They should never have a problem with each other. It's me that really.
What was the most awkward scene on the show that y'all watched together of you guys and your turmoil that y'all had to view together? That because they don't know what's on there, right?
Watching not at Tara's house. Me and Amina watched the episode. It was light, so I didn't have. It wasn't that crazy.
Okay.
You know, what I'll tell you what was the worst. Watching the Barbados episode with Amina.
Yeah.
That was hard because, you know, when you're doing it, you're not thinking. This is going to sound real crazy to y'all. But when you're filming, you just, whatever, this is real, I'm keeping it. And then when you're watching it, you forget what you said, you forget what you did, and you forget. So it's kind of like, oh, man. And she didn't take that good at all. She didn't take that episode good at all. Even I cringe. And you got, you know, like you said, you know, I got sisters and family members that's like, Pete, slow down. What's going on? You know?
Man. But you're doing it. You got to make the money. That's what
it ain't just the money. It's just that it's real. You know, like because people say, "Yo, my man, like, what do you do?" It's real. And again, I run into a lot of men in the street that's like, "Yo, I got the same thing." And a lot of women hate me because I probably remind them of somebody that did something to them. You know what I mean? Yeah. And I accept that. You know, a lot of but again, it's not I don't want you to ever think I'm glorifying it. Anybody that's listening, any men, any young men out there that's listening, I do not glorify it. It's not cool. You know, when people love you, you don't do that. You don't take advantage of them like that. It's just something that I'm caught up in, and I can't help it. And I still, I got a lot of work. I need a lot of work because I'm still love them. Okay, I still love them.
We got James on the line from Sacramento. You talk about men who go through the same thing. James, you in a similar. Well, first of all, welcome to the show, James.
Thank you very much.
Hi,
man.
James.
Hi, how you guys doing? Good morning. I'm a huge fan of your show.
Thank you.
I remember, you know what I'm saying, I saw you and King Tex band at the Summer Jam in 91. Huge fan of you guys, man.
Whoa.
Anyway, seriously, I go way back, bro. Grew up in San Jose, used to listen to you all the time. So my situation is this. They don't listen to the show. They want to the channel, so I'm going to use their name, and it won't matter. So Amanda, who I was with for, you know, better part of 7 or 8 years, after I was divorced from my first wife, marriage of 10 years, I had a son by. We had an off and on relationship, you know what I'm saying, whatnot. And moving forward to where we're at right now, 3 years ago, I met my current fiance, Naomi. And so Naomi and I, we have so much in common. You know, we hit it off as soulmates, but still, I had, you know what I'm saying, Amanda, who at the time Naomi and I got serious, Amanda became pregnant with my daughter. And you know, at first I was resentful and angry and didn't want my baby. But you know, realized that was the best thing. I had to see the whole course through.
Yeah.
And
fast
so
forward
my daughter,
for me, James. I need you to fast forward for me. So
I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry. Anyway, so my daughter was born on my birthday. Moving forward, 3 years later, my baby's mother, Amanda, did research on Naomi and called her a January 30th, Friday, on my son's birthday, and was trying to set me up. And so Naomi was like, listen, nope, I got to talk to James. You got to do what you got to do. And Amanda's like, okay, well, fine. I'm at the courthouse right now. I'm going to follow a restraining order. He needs to get rid of his firearm.
Okay, but what's your point, James? How does this relate to Peter's story?
Well, my point is, you know what I'm saying, I'm just, you know, I wanted to give it up to the brother for taking care of his kids, and I understand what he's going through, being in a relationship with two women, and I know how difficult that is. That's what my thing was.
I appreciate it. Yes, it's not easy. Thank you, brother. Yeah, you know, like I said, Sway, you'd be surprised, man. You know, I'm only on TV. I'm sure if you could look in the lives, in the bedrooms, of a lot of people, man, you'd be surprised.
Well, I said that last year when we talked. Like, you living a life that a lot of men and women are living, so for as a camera on yours. Ron is in Houston. You got a similar situation. What's your situation, real quick, Ron?
Rob, you mean Rob?
Yeah, Ron.
R-O-B.
Okay.
Oh, what's good?
What's up?
Yeah, I live the same life, but I was married to my son's mother. We're divorced now. I married the woman that I was seeing on the side. Okay, so, but all that lying, it ain't necessary, bro. I watched the show where my new wife put me on. I couldn't watch it no more because I seen myself. Actually, in the process of this, Like, you really creating some monsters here, you know what I'm saying? So you have to choose. At the end of the day, you're going to deal with it. And at the same time, as long as you was with that woman, that's how long it's going to take her to get over you. She have your kids, but your responsibility is to take care of those kids, not entertain that woman, because as long as you entertaining her, you're only playing with her emotions. And that's the only advice I can give. Accept my criticism with love. You're a good dude. I'm a fan of your son.
I appreciate you, my brother.
Keep your head up, bro.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that, man.
All right. Thanks
That's
for your
love.
call, man. Is it Tiana or Talena? Hello? Good morning.
Baby girl.
I don't think she could hear me. Oh, yeah. What's your name? Say your name. Are you there?
From where?
You. Yeah. What's your name?
Elena.
Okay, go ahead.
Yes.
What would you like to say to Peter?
Hi, Heather. Peter.
Hi.
I think people don't like you because you always seem to straddle the fence. You can never just commit. So if you made like just a decision and took responsibility for it, people would mess with you more. You don't bother me because I feel like what you get away with is what others allow you to get away with. But I also just wish you would just take a stance and stay there. So you're like, I want Tara, I want Amina, you just don't know what you want. And I'm like, damn, just make a decision. So I don't think people hate you. I think people just want you to, be a man and make a decision. You know, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Nah, definitely. But if it was that easy, you don't think I would have did that? That's the thing that is so easy. It's like telling somebody, and I hate to do this comparison, but it's like telling somebody, you need to quit smoking. You know what I mean? You need to stop doing, and they think that you could just. I swear, it's that level of
discipline,
addiction.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Is that the word I'm looking for? Addiction.
Selfish.
Go ahead, Heather.
It's a little bit of selfishness because, listen, family. You
It
said
is.
family.
No,
you said family.
No, it is. It's absolutely selfish.
That's then all right.
It's
I ain't even got to go on the rant. We already know.
We already know it's selfish. But the thing that I'm trying to tell people, it's easy to call it selfish. Those are easy words to pick out. Man.
Because men don't
it's
like.
love.
Nah. Don't say love. Because men don't like when women get selfish. Right. If I need 2 dicks, then everybody be looking. She this, she that.
I just go buy a dick and my dick, and we
see. See, dirty game. Rule number 1. I keep telling you, Sway. See, it's just
she 100% right. I couldn't take it.
You couldn't take it.
That's
the rest of my case.
I couldn't take it. That's what makes that's because you know what I tell men. On the contrary, is I know it's the same hurt. A lot of men be like, it's not the same. It is the same, homeboy. She got the heart. You got. It's the same exact hurt. I don't agree with that, but I couldn't.
Can't take it.
You ain't ready, huh?
I can't take it. I have
a
no dick policy.
Got a big ego.
Yeah, but do you think that Tara is not sleeping with somebody else?
I wouldn't bet my life on that. But the thing about Tara is she has such a level of maturity that she ain't jumping out. Hold on, after the way I just did to her,
yeah,
she gonna just jump out the window and get with somebody else like that. Now, whether she say I just want to get mine off or do that, that's very possible. You know what I mean?
Already gone.
Hey man, another dick would let me go to your wife's concert. I'd be sitting in the front row waving and doing everything because I'd be happy. I broke out, I broke camp, I bowed out as you said, and I would be like, yo, I found my peace with me first, like you said, work on you. And if I got somebody on the side, you ain't got to know about that. I could be happy for everybody.
Will she tell you she has somebody on the side?
I don't know, but the best thing for you to do is to assume that's the case. So then when it happens, you're not sitting there. My mother always say, think the worst and hope for the best. I always do that. Mm-hmm. Always. So if somebody came and say, yo, Gunz, I saw Tara tippy-toeing out of a hotel with this big diesel dark-skinned dude with a bald head. Wow. I'm going to be like, well, hey, you know what I mean?
He wasn't there to train her. Peter Gunz is here, man. Look,
I'm in the building.
Like I said, I saw Tara last night with Amina and Peter and everybody. It seemed like one big happy family, which makes it kind of confusing, but at the same time, it's part of the allure.
It's a work in progress.
It's work in progress. Love and hip hop
steps
on Monday
in the right
nights.
direction.
Yep, on VH1.
Yeah.
If they asked you to do another season, would you do it?
Yeah, of course. Of course, I'm doing another season. Mm-hmm. That goes without saying. I got to clean myself up, like I told you.
Yeah, you're trying to redeem.
I got to redeem myself.
You said that last season. Last but not least, man, I heard this rumor, and I want you to, nip it in the bud, clip it. I know you ain't gonna sit here and lie to me.
No.
It was reported that there's going to be a surprise at the next Love and Hip Hop reunion show, and that Peter Gunz is going to bring an engagement ring to Tara.
No, that's so silly. It's stupid. First off, Stevie J did that, and that's just recycling something somebody else did. That's just not true. We already saw it. I went to the jewelry store. I don't even want to shout them out. The jewelry store to grab something, and the young lady asked me could she take a picture of me, and I said fine. I said, but just don't post nothing that I'm here or nothing. And she was like, no, it's just for me. And then attached this whole crazy story to it. But I'm so used to that. So we went to the doctor to take Amina when she was pregnant to get checked out. And somebody took a picture and said we was at the welfare filling out a Medicaid card.
I remember.
Now, it didn't bother me because I grew up on Medicaid, brother. I'm not ashamed of that. And I wish I could get free health care. That's just not the case. If you make $100 a week, you can't get a Medicaid card. So it just bothered me that people ran with it. And even people I know on radios was like, yo, he on Love and Hip Hop popping bottles and doing this, then you can't be watching me. I don't pop bottles.
Yeah.
I keep it real. If they was like, yo, we want you to rent a car, we want you to be in a certain apartment, I showed y'all where I was living. I never pop bottles. You don't even see me wearing jewelry because I take, I feel guilty buying stuff when I feel like it should be my kids. I don't go buy a pair of shoes without saying.
Yo, it's real. He had this same outfit on last night.
Why don't you be quiet?
Ask him it's the truth.
Telling everything, Sway.
Me and Sway left me in the club, and I came out the club, and the daylight was up. So yeah, we in the same.
It came
outfit.
Straight here.
Yeah, but yeah, no, definitely. Just people just attach stories. It's crazy to me.
Yeah.
Like, that's the part of the game that I don't like. But, it comes with the territory, I guess.
Let me say this in closing. To you promoters out there that are willing to pay any of these other people on Love and Hip Hop money to come to your club and fly them out and treat them like, royalty, I guarantee you if you hire this man that you're going to get a crowd that's going to line up because it's not just people who watch the show. It's hip-hop heads that know your history as well that are going to come. It's also people who could probably identify with your situation. And you know what, Pete? If you like, I'll come to a couple of your
yes,
appearances.
I would love that, man.
All right.
Maybe that'll get me booked.
Yeah, perhaps it will, man.
I appreciate you, Sway, man.
If it does, I know I'm getting chipped.
All right. You know you good, man.
All right. Peter Gunz, man. Thanks for always coming up here, being honest.
Love.
Make sure y'all tune in to tomorrow's show. Who we got, OQ? Who we got on the show?
We got on the show tomorrow Barry Williams. That's Greg Brady from the Brady Bunch. Also, First Date with Kelly Kincaid and DJ Tiff McPherson. She's going to be doing a guest set.
All right. We want to thank Ryan Reynolds for coming by. See the Voices in theaters this Friday, also on video on demand. And then David and Derek, the host of the new show, Broke Ass Game Show that comes on MTV Thursday nights at 11 p.m.
Tomorrow.
Austin Mills. DJ and producer extraordinaire for coming up. Tell Corey we said what up, and when you come, tell Corey you got to come up to this. It's an Uncle Trump card right here. You need to come up to the show. Okay?
Done.
All right,
make that happen.
Gunz, man.
Thank
Good
you,
luck.
Appreciate you.
Tell Amina, tell Tara, tell them both I said hi.
Done.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Don't tell them at the same time too, like I saw y'all together last night. All right. I believe I see you going through this shit, right? and one of man, the other day, me and Rich Nice was sitting on the couch, and I sent you that text.
Yeah.
And I said, man, you fucking up the game right now. Because you're revealing so much stuff, man. There are dudes right now that hate you because, it was one scene where you were lying to Amina that you were going to a photo shoot or on the island, and meanwhile you had Tara on the island.
And the kids, yeah, that's true.
And the kids on the island. Man, how do you live with yourself every morning, like, knowing that you're being shown as this person who deceives women that he loves, who have children by you? How do you rationalize that?
Well, it's not like I'm on. Some people it's two things that come my way all the time, swaying that. Some people say you on the TV, selling your soul or selling out or whatever you might call it. How do you come back from that?
Yeah,
I get that all the time, and my answer is if I put on like blackface and start tap dancing, that's selling my soul. What I'm really giving you is what's going on in my life. Maybe I can't explain it. Maybe it takes for me to look at it, or maybe it takes for people to see it. But I fell in love with Amina while I was with Tara. Me and Tara weren't in the best place at the time, and I'm thinking it's like the end. So, but Amina thinks I'm playing games, so I I married her and told her, wait, just hold on. Then when I see that Tara really wasn't over it and she was just giving me my space and she wasn't, I felt bad. And you know, one of the things I wanted to do was take her and the kids away. I wasn't able to do that. Financially, I've been in a hole. And once I made some money, I wanted to take them away. And I also wanted to give Tara the opportunity to say, listen, you know, I felt bad for what I did. Maybe I should go back and try to fix this instead of jumping out the window and doing it. I was just trying to, as crazy as it might sound, I felt like I did her so wrong that, you know. So people say, well, how's Amina pregnant? Don't you regret going to Barbados? It's hard because I seen my sons in the sand playing in the water, never been anywhere. So it's like a double-edged sword. I know it's bad, but, you know, but again, when people say, how do you come back from that? And I want to say, come back to what? A one-hit wonder, deadbeat dad, you know what I mean? I'm able to provide for my children, my family. I'm able to, you know, do things. It's not the light that I ever want to be remembered by. You know, anybody that really knows me and knows how I am knows that's just one side of me. You know what I mean? It's no excuses for it, but I'm better than that.
It's a lot of juggling going on though, Pete. Like it's you know, I know you're doing it for your family, but the television is such a tricky, wicked. Well,
I can't all the way blame it. It's my life, so I can't all the way blame it.
Yeah, but at what point do you clean up your life and then consider, like, you know, you from the Bronx, the young dudes in the Bronx, or you know,
she's a girl. Okay.
Wow, that's a clip from a magic moment that took place in a good friend of mine's life that was documented on one of the most polarizing shows television has ever seen.
Yes.
On VH1.
Critically acclaimed, baby.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah. Tomato. On VH1, we all know and love it. It's called Love and Hip Hop.
Yeah, man.
Comes on Mondays at 8 p.m. on VH1. And I got my good friend here, and who's probably has become one of the most
hated, you could say,
most hated characters to ever grace the screen on that show, but one of the most alluring characters as well to ever grace the screen on that show, because let's be quite honest, people watch that show to view his life. It's the one, the only Peter Gunz is here, man.
I appreciate that setup,
Peter.
Sway.
Nah,
hey, everybody, how y'all doing?
What up, though?
It's been a while since you've been here. Last time you were here was the beginning of the last season, and when you revealed to the world that, you know, at that time, you know, you weren't married, right?
No, I wasn't married.
You weren't married, and you were in a relationship with Tara, who's the mother of 2 of your kids.
Right.
2 out of 8.
Yeah, baby.
Okay, and you've been with her for 13 years. And then Amina came and had been in the picture as well, who's a singer for the group Black Butterfly, and you and her were having a relationship at the same time.
Right.
I don't think people have ever really witnessed had such access to so much turmoil in a person's life, and you shared all that with us then, and you've since become this character that, you know, people love to hate. And you and I sat down and discussed season 2.
Right.
Like, Pete, how long are you going to let this last? I mean, you putting this energy out there and people think that you're this low-life character, and you becoming victimized of the edit room as well. What are you going to do in season 2? And your words to me were, well, yeah, I'm going to do a season 2, Sway, because in season 2, they're going to allow me to redeem myself. And if I don't do season 2, I won't be able to dig myself out of the hole that season 1 put me in.
Right.
So now it's season 2. And the hole has gotten even deeper. Right? So
yes.
Since you married Amina.
Yeah, I did.
And you married Amina without Tara's knowledge.
Very true.
And that was revealed in season 1. Right. Amina got pregnant. And you guys 6 months ago had a beautiful baby.
Little girl.
A little girl.
Little Corey.
And so let me ask you some questions, man.
Let's go.
I'm watching this show, and I only watch it because I came with young men, especially men of color around there. Like the way they see it is this lifestyle that's being perpetuated. It's okay because, hell, man, I'm getting money. You know, I'm becoming famous. So that justifies why I'm going to continue to create this turmoil amongst my women, but also now because I saw a scene like your boys are in it, your kids are in it.
Right.
You know, now the kids are brought into
It's
it.
real, but that's the kids are there. It's real. Like I could fake it, you know what I mean? But the kids are a part of it. The other thing is, man, if you got to worry about people mimicking everything that's on, you know, if I got to say, you know what, I'm setting a bad example, which I am, but I try to say, you know, don't follow my footsteps, you know, but I can't really worry about people saying, yo, I look up to Peter Gunz, I want to be like Peter Gunz. You gotta know that you could do better than that and be better than that. I'm just giving you, maybe I could be the example for how not to be with women. You know what I mean? I don't know. I don't know how it comes out, but what I do know is that this is my life. And I can't speak for everybody else on the show or any of the shows, but what you see with me is authentic. That's what it is, and it's right or wrong. It's the truth, and you know, hey, at some point, you know, I just got to do better, and I will.
There's you said that last time. All right,
I noted that too.
There's a scene, if you haven't watched Love and Hip Hop, where Peter takes Tara, the mother of his 2 sons, away on a vacation.
Yeah,
but he lied.